In less than a month, former Husker kicker Brett Maher will report to his new home north of the border to play for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers of the Canadian Football League. Brett and his dog Bella were spending some quality time outside this afternoon, just a few days after the former Keanrey Bearcat signed a 2-year deal with the CFL team. On News 5 at 6, Brett told me he never gave up hope even though he didn't get an NFL offer. I asked him if kicking in the Canadian League with its 110-yard field would be that much different from the NFL or college ball.
Hashes are a little wider, goalposts are the same. So as far as kicking field goals and punting go, it probably affects kickers and punters the least out of anyone because the job is essentially the same.
Brett, who made 20 of 27 field goals and averaged 42 yards a punt for the Big Red in his senior season of 2012, feels that he can do both especially, and that drew Winnipeg to him.
I'll go up there and hopefully be able to win both jobs as the kicker and the punter, and then I'm not sure what they'll do after that. That's their decision to make as a team and an organization, but my focus is to go up there and compete and to be the kicker and the punter up there in Winnipeg.
Points out that Winnipeg is about 11 hours away by car straight up I-29 from Omaha. Each CFL team allows for 19 players from outside of Canada. Brett Maher is glad he'll be one of them, and I believe he's going to take Bella with him up there. Well, former major leaguer and thoroughbred owner Whitey Richardson will soon be on his way to Louisville for the 140th Run for the Roses. Coverage here on KHS TV for the Kentucky Derby begins at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Whitey is part owner of the horse Vinceramos, who will be one of 20 to take the post for the race Saturday afternoon, which will go off about 5:30. He is one of 4 horses trained by Todd Pletcher. Whitey is part owner of the horse Mission Impossible, which finished 9th in 2010. Now, 4 years later, Whitey is joined again with Todd Pletcher and others.
Everyone tries to single out that one thing that identifies the Derby winner, and I mean, there's certainly some years, like last year, I think Orb was sort of the buzz horse, and certainly Barbaro was after his big breeze, and then there's always the Giacomos and Mind That Birds that sneak up on you. So,
well, California Chrome's the early favorite in the Derby at 11-4. Wicked Strong is 7-1, and Danza 9-1. The Preakness and Belmont Stakes, of course, come after the Derby in the weeks to come, and there's not been a Triple Crown winner since Affirm turned the trick way back in 1978. The 3-day double elimination GPAC softball tournament is underway at the Smith Softball Complex. The Hastings Broncos took the field this afternoon against the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan. Let's go to the complex for the action in this ball game. The Broncos hopeful of another victory. They threaten in the very first inning with a walk and two walks and an error, and then it's Anna Gerhardt lifting a fly ball to left field, and the sophomore from Loveland, Colorado gets an RBI as the run comes in to make it 1-0. And then with 1 out, Kelsey Holder is up there, and the same thing. She lifts one to the center field, or to center field this time. It is caught, but also a sacrifice fly, and the Broncos able to take a 2-0 lead here after the first inning. They'd go on to win the game behind Taylor Erlenbush 10-2 in the first game of the day, but they fell to Morningside 8-6 in the second game. Now Hastings plays Concordia tomorrow at 2. Morningside takes on Midland in the winner's bracket game at 4. And as far as the Hastings baseball team, well, they lost to Northwestern tonight 1-0. Their season over. Earlier today they lost to Midland 11-1 up in Mitchell in the GPAC baseball tournament, so the Broncos go 2-out in that tournament. The UNK Lopers, well, they are defeated tonight by Central Oklahoma by the score of 5-4, and that's the first in the best-of-3 series down there. Lopers and Central Oklahoma get together in the MIAA tournament tomorrow. And in the NBA tonight, the